Yes, people. I hope you're all having a nice day. So I was just thinking, yeah, why haven't we still? Why don't they teach martial arts in schools still? Like, why don't they still not teach martial arts in school? Just had me thinking, like, don't you think that would be a good idea to teach some kind of martial arts or self-defense or something in school? Because you know what I realised to myself? A lot of people that carry weapons and stuff like that, really, they're just scared. It's, for you to need to carry a weapon, really, you're just scared. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, or intimidated or whatever. But if they teach martial arts in school, then you will learn from early about being confident. Walking with your chest high, and you wouldn't even feel like you need to walk with no weapons because you know that you can deal with any kind of confrontation. And when I say martial arts, I don't necessarily mean just to sorry. I don't necessarily mean just to fight people all day long. Like, I don't mean fighting, because learning martial arts ain't just about fighting. But like I said, it's about giving you confidence. You know, keeping you fit, keeping your mind sharp. And the reason why I say that as well, because like I said, I feel like a lot of people that carry weapons, they really just do it out of fear. And in my case, I kind of learned that the hard way as well, to be honest. When I was young, I used to be one of those guys, thought he was tough from where I'm from, and road this, that, and you know how it goes, not going to go down there. But yeah, I thought I was that guy as well at some point in my life. And then I learned, and then as I got older, I got into martial arts. As I got older, I got into martial arts, but I got into it late in my life. I got into it way late in my life, to an extent where I already thought I was tough. I'm big, friends and family, and I think I'm a rude boy. So I already kind of thought I was tough. And then I got into martial arts. I got into a form of martial arts. I got into judo. And when I got into judo and I got my black belt in judo, my first dan, that's when I was like, whoa, I'm really thinking I'm tough. I'm tough. So, but my brain wasn't trained. I was still that tough. And then getting a little bit of training, I'm this tough as well. Do you understand? And then I got myself into a situation where, boy, I got punched. Do you get what I'm saying? When I got punched, like, the judo wasn't working. The judo wasn't in my mind at that time. Do you understand? Like, yeah, it just didn't prepare me for that. Even though I thought I was tough because I had my black belt in judo, but because I kind of learned late in my life, I wasn't fully, I didn't grasp it enough. And I also, and with judo is a very much a defensive sport. So you're really on defensive. So in my head, if they grab me or do this, then I will do that. But like Mike Tyson said, everybody's got a plan until you get punched in your face. Do you understand? So even from then, it made me realise, right, I'm not tough. And although I've learned a martial art, I weren't ready yet. Moving forward, I still train, but I do other martial arts as well now. So like, I learned about punching and kicking, and I'm more effective now than I was way back then. Do you understand? But in all my martial arts classes, I see the kids training and developing, and I see how confident some of the kids are. I see them from like 5 or like, from a young age, and some of them that I've known from through training from a youngster, now they're like 15, 16, 17, they're brown belts, black belts, and you see how they walk, their chest is high, they're confident, they've got a group of friends because they train a lot with their friends. They're not always out and about on no street stuff, they're really, like, they travel a lot because they travel to go to competitions and different kind of tournaments and things. And I just kind of think, why ain't we doing this more? Why isn't it not in the curriculum? Like, why isn't a form of martial art? You can choose, but in the curriculum, obviously they've got PE. So in PE, you know how to, I don't know, do sit-ups, push-ups, you know how to run back and forth, do bleep tests, basic exercises. But yeah, man, I genuinely really think they should bring a form of martial art into schools as a curriculum to help our kids, help the future, give them confidence. Forget about weapons and all of these kind of stuff, because it's just we're going in a downhill slope. And yeah, I do kind of feel the government needs to help as well as martial arts. They also need to be giving us teaching kids more trades. Like that should also be a mandatory in school. You know, like you need to pick a trade, whatever trade it might be. You know, electrician, plumber, whatever. They should also make that mandatory, because these are skills that you're going to need that you can use for the rest of your life and go anywhere in the world with. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It shouldn't just be the basics. Like when I was in school again, like if you used to ask my mum, or my mum used to ask me what I want to be, I said I want to be a doctor or a lawyer. Far from thinking about trying to be no plumber or carpenter or something like that. No, far from that. But still a good trade, still earns lots of money. Doctors and lawyers is a good trade and everything, but it's like football and stuff is hard, and it's a lot of work. And if life ain't helping, or if you're not focused enough, you're not really gonna get there, you know. And then if you're going down that route and then you fall off, there's no real skills, you know. Like if you had a trade and you did a couple of years and then you fell off for whatever reason, you still learn a skill. You know, you still can say, you know what, I've got the basics. I can just get some experience and touch up. You get what I'm trying to say? So, yeah, I was just thinking that while I was getting ready to go and do some shopping still, like, we should bring martial arts into a school. And why are we not doing that yet? Huh? Why?